Would see a trend when we would go to do something nationally, this thing would pop up, and it went beyond just jealousy. There were at times even demonic conspiracy, where a group of people get this idea or have prophetic dreams, and they go in and attack, and they say, well, there's more than one of us that's saying this, so this must be true. An unholy agreement, which we see this in the life of Daniel. It says over 3 times, they came against Daniel in agreement before the king. Literally an unholy agreement to take down a righteous man. And it was Stacey Campbell who I first heard address it, because I was pouring out my heart to her about some things that were happening, and she said, oh yeah, Spirit of Socialism, and this is what so-and-so went through, this is what so-and-so went through. I said, Spirit of Socialism. And when you understand what socialism is politically and nationally, socialism is where everybody is forced to be at the same level or reduced to the lowest common denominator, so that nobody really, when you have that in the Christian world, you cut the head off of the apostolic, you cut the head off the prophets, you cut the head off of people with any power gifts, anything that. There's no gift that's more important. It's not a hierarchy of gifts, but anybody who's doing anything exemplary, even for a season, they're getting their head chopped off because socialism. No, you've all got to be down at the same level, and the deception is for the sake of unity. That's not unity, my friend. That's uniformity. God wants diversity. He wants you to excel at what you're good and gifted at. And so I began to see this rear its head in different intercessory movements, different prophetic movements, and I thought, what is going on here? Stacey Campbell put words to it, and a few others did too, the Spirit of Socialism. And she said there's actually hot pockets of it in Canada. You know where one of them is? It's Kelowna, BC. There are hotbeds for the Spirit of Socialism in different parts of Canada, where that spirit, literally, you know it's there because it keeps happening when leaders emerge, especially apostles, especially prophets. And you'll see people will gather together, they'll bite and go after anything. And none of us are perfect as leaders. So you make a mistake in some way, even God is redeeming you, but they're not redeeming you. This is their way to come against you in agreement. And it short circuits and it kills the diversity that Canadian charismatic culture is meant to have. And so the Spirit of Socialism, there's a way to maneuver through it, there's a way to survive, and I talk about that in the video. So I want to encourage everybody to watch those videos, the Spirit of Socialism especially. I'm so glad you asked that question, Stephen.